What is going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Listen, listen. This is going to be my review for Legendary. This is season 2, it's episode 5. And I'm going to start right here with two things. Two things. In this episode, I'm going to be fussing. I'm going to be fussing because they did some little stuff that really kind of like kicked up my dander a little bit. They did that. So I'm going to be fussing a little bit. Come on, I see. Chuck, come on. Supremes is in here. Really Be TV, Supreme number 2, and Abby Reviews, Supreme number 3. Welcome, girls. You know I'm going to be asleep before you're done, but I'm here. Ha! Wait a minute. So listen, I was trying to make certain that I wasn't because it's late. Hey, there's Natalia. Listen, Flyboy J. Listen, all the people that I was looking, Ms. Brown, call, hey, Callie, what's up, baby? Hey, Mira. Hey, Lady Key. Hi, baby. Carolyn, what's going on, baby? So listen, this is what I did really be to make sure that I don't fall asleep. Iced tea, no spike. But no sooner than this live is over, it's going to be lemonade with a spike, honey. I had a little fast. You know what? I'm really feeling like a spike lemonade, but I said I think I better not do it before I go to this review. I'm at work, so I love your content. Thank you, Mara. Okay, so listen, as I ain't want to be all drunked up, honey, and trying to talk, and you know they already was getting on my nerves doing little stuff. But I'm gonna start off with something positive before I start dragging, okay? You say sipping my spiked drink now. That's what's up, Miss Flyboy. So I'm gonna start with something positive. Come on, watermelon mint cocktail. It's Friday, just the weekend. It's the stinking weekend, honey. Yes. Um, Cookie, Miss Cookie Lion. Okay, because Taraji P. Henson was the guest. Taraji was the guest judge, and she showed up as Cookie. Painted, painted, baby. I'm a virgin drinker tonight. Okay, whatever you say. Listen, she was Cookie. She was just as dusted. Her face was like, poof, honey, makeup. I said, come on, girl. Now, I wasn't crazy about that hair. And the outfit was like, okay, but it was on brand. It was on brand. It was right along with the ball. It was the Pop-Tart ball. So she was dressed for what it was about. Pop art. Um, all of that. The hair, that red clown red hair, and the you know the words in her hair, and just a fun twisted pop art. It was pop art. So she was dead on brand with it, and she definitely was Cookie Line. So I was here for it, and she was painted. She was just dusted. And Abby, I know you paid attention to that makeup, honey, because it was giving shutting. But it wasn't like a lot of, you know, she didn't have a lot of this, but it was a lot of this. It was giving that. It was giving that whole, it was a, that's what it was giving. Right there. Right there. I'm trying to think of what the name of the show was that I'm thinking in my mind that look was given. Dark Shadows, bitch. She just needed some music in about. Dun, 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 dun. It was giving that. And I like that. I like that stark look. She looked like a porcelain doll. Porcelain. Annabelle. I was here for, see, here we go. I was here for it, okay? So listen. So it was cool. So I was loving that. So here we go. The Pop-Tart ball. This is the episode 5. I said all these colors are gonna get on my nerves in a minute. And I knew it. I said between the lighting and some of the backdrops, I knew it was going to get on my nerves because all that color shit just starts to. If you've ever been to the Andy Warhol Museum, it's really intricate. It's really beautiful. It's really inspiring. But after a minute, all that shit starts to give you a headache. You be like, child, am I on the acid trip? Of course you are, honey. It's Andy Warhol. So that's what it gives. But it's a good time. And if you have a drink, you'll really be tiptoe through the tulips, honey. That's what it was given. So that was it. All right. So it was all house production. Vogue meets hip hop. So that's what was really going on. House of Icon went first. Their whole thing was about basically like comic books. It was like comic books. That was their inspiration. Yes and no. Yes and no. Because I'm not really. I liked comic books as a young boy. But I really got into like the costumes naturally as a fashion designer. So it was really given all of that, like the X-Men. See, because the X-Men had the fiercest costumes of any of the cartoon characters or any of the comic book characters. X-Men, baby, they was trendsetters. And the girls of X-Men used to turn it. They would turn it. So all of that, that's what I think of, like Wonder Woman and it's colorful, it's intricate. So I didn't really get that from their outfits. It was just okay. It was just all right. It was cool. It was okay. And that's all I can say about their whole presentation. It was just okay. The judges were real free with the scoring this week. They've been like that. It's becoming a thing, Abby. It's becoming a thing that half of the time when you're looking at this, you're like, honey, what ball you watching? Couldn't have been the same ball I was watching. So I just ignore them. I just don't pay them a whole lot of attention because what they're not going to do is give me a coronary with their bullshit. They're not going to do it. Storm's original costume was everything from the X-Men. Baby, and then every version of it after that. Storm still turns it. I don't care whether she's bald, whether she's wearing a mohawk, whether she's got her hair out. She's always doing something trend-setting as far as fashion-wise and turning it. That's just what she gives. The worst look that Storm has ever had in the X-Men universe is Halle Berry. The shade has been Halle Berry was the worst look that Storm has ever had. I said it. Moving on. So then we went to House of Balenciaga. They didn't get it. They didn't get it. The judges in that, they just kind of didn't get it. It wasn't enough hip hop. It wasn't enough hip hop. And the costumes were blah. It was nothing but glow in the dark polka dots. The swimsuit look with the thigh-high boots when she was on Spider-Man. Yeah. Yeah. And that was the 60s, child, Natalia, when she used to wear her swimsuit with the sides cut out. That was very the 60s, honey. She used to turn that. But yeah, so House of Balenciaga, I wasn't impressed. And the polka dots glowing in the dark, that didn't take me anywhere. It didn't take me where I needed to go. Not at all. And look at Nubiology talking about, she said, I love Halle, but I totally agree. Halle Berry should have never been cast as Storm. We've said that. I've said that on this channel a million times. Iman should have been cast as Storm. End of story. Moving on. She already had the accent and everything. Child. And they should have rewrote the part, honey. They should have rewrote it in X-Men 1, which was horrible. It's horrible. Does anyone feel like the house not reading featuring the theme of balls last week? No spins. This week, barely any hip hop. Child. That's again, because this is not what real ballroom is, Abby. That's why the disconnect keeps happening. This is not what ballroom is. Ballroom is raw. Ballroom is free. Ballroom, and especially when you start talking about Vogue. Voguing on the ballroom floor is not choreographed. Voguing is not a choreographed dance. It is not. It's not. It's drop the beat. What bitch is going to catch this beat? Which bitch is going to catch the beat? And then once you catch the beat, you got to catch the chant that goes along with it. And we're not getting any of that. So this is not reminiscent of ballroom Vogue at all. And you're sitting there with Wesley. Wesley, child, that Deshaun Wesley, he could get the and start all that. And these kids will go off and go up and show y'all what it's all about. This old choreographed ass goddamn America's Best Dance Troupe ass shit. Because that's what this is. Dance troupe shit. This is very J-set. Now there you go. That's what the show should be about, is J-set. Because that's what they doing. Voguing doesn't have choreography. No Vogue with hip hop, but that's bull. No, because no, Natalia, I've actually seen categories and I've seen people Vogue and they put the hip hop moves in, but it's just something cute real fast, and then they go ahead and do what they do. Because it's okay to put a little in there, bitch, but you better get back to spinning and dipping. All this other shit, this choreography, I cannot. Are we filming a music video or are we freaking voguing? What are we doing? And why ain't nobody chanting, honey? Why ain't nobody chanting? I want to hear somebody chanting, honey. When I get to walking, when I get to doing runway, honey, I want to hear Mother Treasure, honey. I want to hear somebody chanting, honey. I don't want to be looking at Meg Thee Stallion with her leg kicked up over the side of the chair and motherfuckers talking about. Then I said I wasn't going to read the show too bad. I said I wasn't going to read the show too bad, but I just can't help it. I just can't help it. Anyway, so let's go back to the show. Anyway, House of Balenciaga, the polka dots for me is a no. I don't care if they do glow in the dark. House of Chez, turned it. Turned it. Right. Bring the chant tracks if you must. Right. Because they got child. They can hire the girls, honey. Give the girls a job, honey. Give the girls a chance, honey. But it's authentic. It's not choreographed. Exactly. It's raw, honey. Yes. Right. I hate that. I swear that this feels like a reading. Somebody do that to me, honey. I'll be going right up the wrong way. You too, bitch. I hate that. Anyway, I hate that just as much as I hate Chez. Oh, God. Anyway, the House of Chez turned it. They came out, they did Andy Warhol, and they got a perfect score. They were 100% fabulous as far as what it is that they were trying to do here on the show. I loved it. I thought they turned it out. I really did. The makeup, the clothing, again, dancers. They're a house full of dancers. They understand all that background. All the background, and they were putting on a production. They really were. The whole thing of standing as mannequins and all of that, that's all they were using everything from their whole wheelhouse. They were using their whole dance background and their classes and their theater training. They were using all of that. All of that's great, but that ain't what Vogue categories are about. Ballroom, categories as a house and productions, yes, absolutely. But it was fabulous. Thank you, Virgin Love. Thank you, baby. So it was cool. But Law, I liked Law without his hair this week. He looked cute. It was very he was on brand. His whole look was very Art Deco. It was cool. His look was really cool this week. I love his hair though. He does his hair be gorgeous. But yeah, I liked him without his hair. That was really cute. Let's go on to the House of Miyake Mugler. They did the whole time machine thing. This was again a production. It was a production, and they did the decades of hip hop, and I didn't understand the dress pants on Tati. That was a nightmare. And they read her down. It was Law. That's the one time I really did. I agreed with Law. They read Miss Tati down. They was nice pants though, bitch. I said, give me them pants, girl. Them pants was cute. I said, yes, Miss Thing. They were pretty. That was a pretty pair of palazzo pants, but they didn't fit for this. They'd have been fine if she'd been walking female executive realness. Give her a fierce old blazer, honey. A fierce old blazer and a lovely sauvage, honey. And send her on out. Or pull her hair back in an old nasty piece of chignon, honey, and send her on out with a briefcase. They would have been fine for that, but for this, just out of place. Very much out of place. But again, I got the story that they were trying to tell. Why they put that cardboard box on that girl and expect her to dance. Child, I got this feeling that she really ain't no dancer. Like that hard dancer. But no, because we've seen her dance. So I don't know why they put that up there. Child, they thought they was being chic and fancy. But she just looked uncomfortable, and then she had on her executive realness pants, honey. I don't know. I didn't get it. It was stupid. Right. Savon, you know what I mean, girl. That's that work look. That's work look for the girls, honey. Oh, nasty piece of chignon, honey. And send her on out with her palazzo pants and a cute pump. Patent leather, if you will. Mm-hmm. Yes. And turn it. You know what I'm talking about. That would have worked. And a simple gold hoop. Yes, she'd have turned it. Anyway, moving on. House of Arishi. They did this whole funkadelic situation. Now, they had light up shoes, and they were cute. And then when they went into the no music and street dancing, and it was giving you very New York City back in the day, that was giving you hip hop infused with some voguing. It was good, and they got a perfect score, and I did enjoy them. I did. I really did, and I liked their light-up shoes. I liked their light-up shoes. There was some cute little gold tennis shoes with the little light-up shoes. I said, come on, y'all, with the light-up soles. That was really good. Really, really good. House of Garçon, honey, they bust out there, and they were doing, like, the 90s, and they were showcasing Tonka. Yeah, whatever. Okay, I mean, I'm not. I like Tonka. I think Tonka gives me very cute fat boy, and I just like Tonka. So whatever I like Tonka. So that's that. But it just didn't give me. Tonka's not a dancer. See, I know some fat bitches that dance. Tonka not one of them. So it was kind of like a listen, that's what I'm gonna tell you what it gave me. You know how you just love the person and you just let it slide? That's what they did. Remember how they do when they take Whitney Houston and they would put her in situations where they were trying to make her dance? And we know damn well Whitney can't dance, but we just love Whitney, so we would just go ahead and buy it. That's what it gave. Because we didn't care. As long as she sang a few bars, we were okay with it. But we know Whitney looked a damn mess every time they try to make her dance. Every time they put her in a situation and there's an 8 count and there's people behind her, y'all know she looked a goddamn mess. My name is not Susan. No, it's not. And you need to sit down. Watch what you say and sit down. I want to dance with somebody. No, really, you don't. Sit down. Sit down on a stool and sing a song. Period. Period. Stop lying on that baby, sis. You know that baby look crazy. He didn't look crazy because we like Tonka. It was just that, but then no, I can't do It's Me D. I can't do that because Riri can pull out 1 or 2 steps. She's not a dancer, but Riri could pull out 1 or 2 steps. Whitney was pitiful. Whitney was baby, it would be given. Look like it's fatal. It's all on the table, and baby, you hold the cards. 1, 2. You got the magic, and I gotta have it. I don't want the pieces. I want every single part. 4, 5. Girl, if you don't sit down, it was awful. It was awful. And we would just say, yes, Whitney. No, Whitney. It was awful. But we love her, so it didn't goddamn matter. Okay, girl. She couldn't dance a lick. Not 1 lick. And I don't know who in A&R said, yeah, girl, get down there and bust a 2-step. No, that's awful. And that's how I felt like with Tonka. They're pushing Tonka to do something that Tonka can't do. Tonka can't dance. Period. Period. He's rhythm challenged. There was no life in that at all. And he don't move. He don't move. I know drag queens that are as big as Tonka that burn the dance floor to the ground. They move. Baby, they shake, they shimmy, and they fall in splits, and they move. I know boys on the ballroom floor that move. Tonka can't dance. He's not a dancer. And I just didn't like it. I didn't like what they did, but that's okay. We're going to go on and we're going to let him make it. We're going to let him make it. All right, Tonka. He was moving like a Lego doll. Right. He was doing what he could, which is what they asked. That was it. Is what they asked. But I'm going to tell you, and being as though y'all brought up Rihanna, I want you to pull up Rihanna. It's on YouTube. Pull up Rihanna. Pull up her opening the American Music Awards. Rihanna turned it out. And she danced and everything. She did what she could do. They had a whoever did the choreography did a fantastic job because she did that. Ooh, no, no, what's the name? Ooh, no. She did that, and it was a whole mix of her songs. She did the opening, I believe it was for American Music Awards, and she turned it out. Her outfits was cute, and she was actually dancing, and she was doing a couple little moves and winding and popping and getting down. She had a real cute outfit on, and she gave you a full-out production, and it was on. It was on. Now, is she going to be the next J-Lo or the next Janet? No. But she represented. She did her thing. She did that old stiff ball and chain 1, 2, Mr. Pencil stick that Tonka did the other night. That was horrible. But we still love you, Tonka. He's just as cute as he can be. Just as cute, make you want to just squeeze his cheeks and give him a big old hug, honey. We like Tonka. And it is what it is. He was cool. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, that's that. So after that, we go into this body category. I said, here we go. Everybody take your clothes off, honey. So listen, I ain't got nothing bad to say, honey. Everybody was giving me body, honey. And they was giving child Miss Shannon said, She knows how. Now she know how the ballroom go. She chopped because they use their little house exception from being the superior house, and she chopped Tonka because she knew Tonka was going to slay her. Tonka. See, right? That's what he was going to do. He was going to come out there and give you Tonka, honey. He was going to come out there and he was going to roll all that meat around and get the kids going, and the people were going to go up for him because that's what happens with body categories. Like body categories end up being like sickening bodies, such as Starsha. And yeah, we'll just go right there with Starsha. Just sickening bodies. That's sickening femme queen body, honey. And things like that. And then you'll go to the whole other side where you're giving juicy girls like Shannon and juicy boys. And the fact that they are that confident and that they get out there. And remember, you have to remember, there is someone for everyone. Everybody doesn't like a stick figure. Everybody doesn't like a mannequin. Everybody doesn't like a man that they can bounce a quarter off their stomach. Some people like their men juicy. And a lot of times on the ballroom floor, and Shannon knew that, you'll come out there and the perfect body boy will get ousted, honey, by a juicy boy because of the confidence, and it's just sexy. Being very confident is a sexy, sexy trait. And especially when it comes to girls. Especially when it comes to girls. You know, to have a woman who is built bad, by all means. But to have a woman that is juicy, honey, when you look at a woman and you look like if you do like this to her titties, milk will just come out. Child, that will bring the boys running to the yard, honey. Run into the yard, and I promise you, they'll run to the yard faster for some titties like Shannon's than they will for Halle Berry and her flat stomach and her little titties. Go stand the girls up at the fence and see whose titties they go over there and motorboat them and stuff. Child, people like juicy boys and girls. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled whenever you talk about no fats, no films. Don't be fooled. You'll get your feelings hurt. Gym bodies are cute down at the gym. Anyway, so they did the body category. Tonka got kicked out. Shannon ended up winning overall. And baby, the boys was turning it. Our stick figure boys, honey, they was turning it, baby. I said, come on, with all these muscles and these long legs. And then we had the one little boy that had all the handprints on him. See, his body wasn't all chiseled and stuff. It just was like just a boy body. It's just an old butch queen body, and it was sexy. It was sexy. He didn't have all that definition in his body and stuff, but he just looked like he was soft to the touch. He was just gay enough and just sweet enough, honey. Child, bring the bull dagger up out of you, honey. He looked like he was soft to the touch. Then you had the other little boy, looked like you could bounce a quarter off his back, his ass, his stomach, his chest, his knees, honey. It take all kind to make the world go round, honey. But I'm telling you, a little juice will do it. Anyway, so Shannon won, and they end up getting 10 extra points. 10 extra points. And they ended up grabbing Superior House again, because remember, we had that tie between Tishi and Arishi. But girl, them 10 extra points actually pushed Balenciaga right up top again. So that was that. Dro, that was his name, Dro, baby. Then he looked soft to the touch. I said, look at him, honey. I said, okay. I ain't mad about that, child. You said the judge was covering her up. Baby, listen. They knew it, honey. He was sweet like brown sugar, honey. I said, oh, somebody's going to make a cake. It is what it is, honey. Yes, indeed, honey. Yes, indeed. Gym bodies are fun to look at. Laying with and snuggling, not so much. I ain't saying none of that. I don't be laying down with people, nubiology. All I do is sit up on this camera and talk to y'all. Anyway, I think you don't want to get in my business, nubiology. Anyway, so we go to the bottom two, honey. They were gagging as Shannon was naked. Right, Natalia, you understand. See, I get after Natalia all the time. See, Natalia's juicy. She's juicy. And then she be acting, you know how my sister does. I don't understand. Girl, you understand, honey. I was talking to, here I go, telling our business. We was talking on the phone, and my sister Natalia was walking down the street, acting as though she didn't know why the boys were beeping the horn at her. Because she's juicy, honey. She's juicy. And they saw it, honey. And Juicy got them crazy. They was got them cold going mad. Cold going mad, honey. I'm on the phone with her. This girl. I said, bitch. I said, I don't know what's wrong with these people. Bitch, you know what's wrong with them people. It's the same thing that was wrong with them judges. When Shannon got out there and started popping her ass and shaking her titties. She juicy, just like you. Don't play, Natalia. Look, she done got quiet in the chat now. Would you embarrass them here? Don't be. She gonna cuss my ass off later. Anyway, moving on. Moving on. It was broad daylight too, honey. They was trying to get that thing, honey. They know my sister turns it. Anyway. So Icon and Miyake Mugler was down into the bottom. So the father, you say, bitch, stop telling our business. Girl, stop enticing the onlookers at me. Anyway, so father Icon said, I'm going to go because they've been in the bottom a few times, so they said, let's go ahead and you better know it, Miss Brown Cowley, 357 Oaktown, 357. Pump it, pump it, pump it, pump it. What? Girl, please, I was just watching them last week. Anyway, so Father Icon said, I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna fight for my kids myself. And then they put Malik out there. Well, for the record, they had a battle, a true live Vogue battle, and Malik slayed Father Icon, tore his ass up. And that was all there was to it. Malik was hungry, and he was like, I am not going home, baby. He tore his ass up. No ifs, no ands, no buts. Tore his ass up. And then this is where they got on my nerves. Because this is what you asked for. You asked for a battle. They gave you a battle. Father Icon did all he could, but he couldn't do nothing with Malik. Malik tore his ass up. And then they sat there and they told Icon how much they loved him. But in all fairness, they knew they couldn't save him because he tore his ass up. It happens to the best of us. Sometimes the planets align, and a bitch gets tore up. It wasn't her night. She got tore up. And they had to give it to him. But for them, I thought it was horrible. It was cool for them to tell Icon how much they liked them and how much they really, enjoyed them and they see so much potential in them. But for them to sit there and make the house of Miyake Mugler feel bad because they thrashed them, how dare you? This is what ballroom is about. You don't really go to see who wins the battle. You go to see who survives the battle. Because in every battle, you're supposed to stomp the bitch into oblivion if you can. You don't really just go to a ball to try to win the trophy. You go to a ball, you walk a category, and you try to stomp those bitches into the floor so deep that the next time that a category comes up, they say, oh, that bitch is walking. That's the response that you actually walk a ball for. So all this shit's cute, but you need to know. On the ballroom floor, for real, you go to destroy. Every house that is there. If your mission is not to destroy, you've wasted your ticket money. Period. That is the ballroom. Yes, we love each other and all that bullshit. But when we hit the ballroom floor, it's just like getting in the wrestling ring. You get in that wrestling ring, you go in there to knock a bitch's head off. Do you think Mike Tyson went in there and said, I'm going to hit him a little bit just to win the points for the round? No, Mike Tyson go in there and hit you and knock your goddamn lunch loose. If you ate earlier, you're going to shit by the end of the ring, by the end of the round, because he's going to knock the living shit out of you. He will come in the boxing ring to demolish and destroy. It wasn't that personal. This is my job. My job is to take and knock the stew out of you. That's how the ballroom works. Anytime I put my heels on and said it was time to rock runway, Mother Treasure, my intent was to stomp a hole in the goddamn wood in the floor. And I wasn't wasting none of my ticket money. I came here to show these whores something. Period. That's why you bring your longest ponytail, your highest heel boots, honey, stomp a hole in the floor, and let these whores know when they say mother, Milan, bitch, they already know what it gives. Don't come out here unless you brought some. Bitch, don't come out here playing. If you come out here playing, you're going to be going home, honey, with your feelings hurt. That's just it. And if you're there for anything else, you ain't doing nothing but clowning. And that's what we come to see. We come to see a battle. Challenge! Come on, bitches, let's get it on. And, you know, we could be friends tomorrow, but tonight, bitch, please. Want to cut that lace from underneath that wig, you whore. That's ballroom. So I didn't like that at all. That got on my last nerve. My last nerve. How dare you try to make them feel bad for slay? And they did. Malik slayed Father Icon. Sorry. He cute and I like him, but he got his ass kicked. Period. And on that, I've said enough. What you say? My wop was so hot watching Dre walk out. Did I tell you, did he look soft to the touch? He sure did. Mm-hmm. And that's what it was supposed to give, honey. Yes, indeed. Stomp a hole in the floor with no shoes on. Yes, God. Anyway, all right, y'all. So that's it. That's what I got for season 2, episode 5. They sit House Icon right on packing, honey. See you girls, honey. But, you know, same complaints. And that's why I say I hate to seem like I'm fussing every week. But hell, they do something to make me fuss at them every week. But I still love the show, honey, and I'll be back next week, child. All right, y'all. Daddy Icon did the best he could. It just wasn't. It just wasn't. Now, in the next battle, he might get Malik. But in that battle, honey, Malik stomped the mud hole where his ass used to reside, honey. That's just where the ass resides. Where the ass resides. Stomp, 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 stomp. Honey, that's what he gave him, honey. That's how you become legendary. Stomp a bitch. You don't become legendary tiptoeing through the tulips. You become legendary stomping a bitch. Ask Laomi, honey. How do you think Laomi became who she became? Hair spins aplenty, and that bitch took no prisoners. You go back and look at some of them old videos. Laomi played no games with the girls. When she hit the floor, that little bony bitch meant business. She stomped a mud hole in a bitch. She ain't played no games at all. Never did. Deshaun, same thing. They never played games on that Vogan floor. I don't know what the hell they be talking about on here, child. Get on out of here, child. I'm leaving. I'm out of here. I'll talk to y'all next go round, baby. I'm out. Mother gone.